All right.
What's up, guys? Welcome to episode 16 of Soul Kitchen, the podcast hosted by influencer wannabes who does nothing but influence each other into buying sneakers they don't need. I'm Old Man Sneaks, and I have the task of running the show tonight, which we all know is impossible with this bunch. We have a packed show tonight, so let's start introducing our co-hosts and guests. Our resident ASICS head, we have Daniel Lawson or Sneaker News Oz.
He has one pair. No, guys, look, it's been a bit of a hiatus for me, so it's good to finally be back.
Cool. We have the hype beast analyst, Julian Pounds, Kicks and Craze. How's it going, man?
Good. Nice to be back again.
And we have the drop-off king himself, GR King, Micah McLean.
That's because I keep dropping your mum off.
We have returning guest, Darren Humphreys. How's it going, man?
How are you guys? Good to be back.
We're happy to have you back again. And our special guest for tonight, the real influencer. The one of the most prolific content creator on Instagram that we know, Derrick Narciso, or the chosen one. How's it going, man?
I'm good, brother. Thanks for the... Oh, no. Wait, I'm no one. Actually, I'm in awe because I'm in a chat room full of legends in the community. So thank you. Thank you for the invite, and thank you for allowing me to be a part of the show.
Great to have you.
Yeah. Really great to have you, and thank you for giving us the time in this show wherein we have about 16 or maybe 15 viewers, so regular viewers. So yeah,
Hey,
maybe that will bump up our view count now that you're here.
No, you lose everyone.
Cool. So let's start off with the tradition of the show first, wherein we go through our shoe of the week. Darren, let's start with you, mate. What's your shoe of the week?
My shoe of the week, I've been wearing these a lot lately, is the SB Dunk Paras. Yeah.
Good.
Why did you make him go first?
Super dope colorway, really high quality. And I think it's probably one of the few sneakers where the general release is better than the friends and family. That's just my opinion, but yeah, gun bottom.
I agree.
I think they tear away a bit as well. But yeah, super dope Kurt.
Have you got the matching socks?
No, I don't. No, I was thinking about getting the full jumpsuit.
Oh, they're nice, man.
Yeah.
Nice. Next one, Micah, what's your shoe of the week?
Thanks for making me go after that. So mine. This is a shout out to Stephen or SC Kicks for last week. So I did promise him I'd have some Stan Smiths. So here we go, the Stan Smiths. Now this was a Japan exclusive, and they're actually really nice. It's all suede. And I like the color because I'm a big Warriors fan. So I had a lot of Golden State Warriors stuff to go with this. But they're actually really cool. I really like these. Just simple and clean, and way better than those fucking Balenciagas that are coming out for $1,500.
What year were they?
That's a good question. I think I've probably owned these for about, I want to say 7 or 8 years. They're quite old, but in really, really good condition still. So
black and yellow or dark navy and yellow?
It's a navy and yellow. Nice. Yeah. They're really nice, and the suede is actually really nice. Like it probably won't pick up, but it does the whole thing. So really, really good. For Stan Smiths.
That's sick, man.
Nice.
Thank you for sharing. Wow.
No worries.
Those are dope.
Next up, we have Daniel Lawson. What's your shoe of the week, mate?
Well, another big shout out to Hendo. He sort of gave me some hints and tricks when it comes to doing some photo editing and stuff for Instagram. So I've been enjoying throwing a lot of things on feed of late and showing you my ankles and shins. But a pair that I threw on this week that I haven't worn in quite some time is the Sean Witherspoon Air Max 197. Threw these on feet the other day for a photo, and I just remembered why I loved these the day that I picked them up. So yeah, absolute dope shoe, fire shoe. You know, it's amazing
Yeah, still one of the best collabs in the past few years.
for sure.
I love them.
For
I
sure.
love them.
Everyone's bringing in the heat, like maybe because Derrick is here.
No.
Wait, you think Stan Smiths are heat?
Well, those are nice, man. The ones
They
that you
are
have
nice.
at least, like they're not like your run of
I
the mill
haven't seen
Smiths.
stats like those forever. I'm used to seeing the all white and green.
With the green, yeah.
So to see something like that, to bring out something like that, well, that just blows my mind, man. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Cool. Next up, we have Julian Pounds.
Okay.
Shoe of the week, mate. Out of your 15 pickups this week.
Well, the other ones haven't arrived yet, so I have to show the worst of them. But the Joe Fresh Goods USA exclusive.
Nice.
This when I saw the pack come out, this was the must-have out of the pack. So I took an L on all the other ones in my size locally, but had to grab these. So yeah, I got them at a okay price before the price crashed. But yeah, they're amazing.
Perfect.
The quality is just on point. Joe Freshgood knocked it out of the park again. Like just amazing.
Nice.
Like the blue ones now are in my size are pretty much below retail, so it's just crazy to see that. So
Oh,
yeah, go
Are
for
you
them.
going for the other colors or you're just sticking to the pink one?
Just the pink one. Yeah, I've got others pairs on my radar at the moment.
Cool. Maybe I'll go first before we go to Derrick because I have a shitty GR for my sneaker of the week. I have the A6 wood crepe blossom.
ooh, nice. Those are nice,
I love
man.
that color.
$80 from Catch
Wow.
of the Day. So then that's
Oh,
as well.
nice.
So yeah, it was just sitting there.
Perfect.
I couldn't resist it.
I see a lot of love and revival for the Gel Light 3s at the moment, so it really warms my heart. They're one of my favorite signature kicks from A6. I actually met the creator of that. Well, not face to face, but he sort of FaceTimed me with Jay. So yeah,
Nice.
it's so nice you brought those out.
Cool. Yeah. So yeah, I mean,
It's a nice colorway, man.
yeah,
especially
you can't
for
say
80
no
bucks,
to it
yeah.
as well.
Yeah.
For $80,
Yeah.
like I'll buy any like
Oh.
A6, I guess.
Oh,
Yeah,
bro,
Yeah.
you should reshape those, man. You just chuck in a shoe tree to get it nice and pointy. Oof. Oof.
Yeah. Yeah. Cool. And yeah, great colorway, great material. I can't beat that price as well. So that's my shoe of the week. And for the next one, Derrick, what's your shoe of the week, mate?
I will beg the group's indulgence and give me two shoes of the week. So one is a
It's okay.
personal,
Ignore Micah.
and one is a Soul Kitchen exclusive sort of sneaker as well. So if that's cool with you guys.
Yeah,
Go for it.
All right.
Of
So
course.
yeah, so the pickup was assist from my own son, and I'm not the biggest of Travis Scott's fan. I probably know one or two of his songs. I don't follow the guy, but I'm a huge Air Max fan. So when my son said he can get these for a ridiculously low price, I couldn't say no. I'm sorry, I was actually gonna grab the hemp prep ones, but the budget went to these instead. So my son got me a pair of these. So these are the
Nice.
Baroque Air Max ones. So
Micah's favorite this year.
Yeah, you're speaking my language.
yeah, oh
It's actually not my favorite Air Max one of the year, but it's in the top 3.
yeah. So yeah, it's actually a great take on a very old silhouette. So much like what Pata did, they sort of changed things up, and this one really went the opposite direction. They covered up the Air Max sole and everything, and it's just a dope color. I would grab these, even if they don't put the name Travis Scott's on them, just because it's such a
Same.
unique Air Max.
And I think the quality is really underrated as
Oh,
well. It's actually
yes.
super nice. So
Yes, the build quality and the material shoes. Oof.
Yeah, I like the
Yeah.
swoosh.
yeah.
The swoosh and the beads
Yeah.
around here. Oh, very nice.
Yeah.
Very nice touch. Lots of details. So that's
Yeah.
one. The other one is All right, so you can't get these sneakers at the moment in Australia. You can only buy them in Europe. But the news I'm about to break is that they might be coming over here in Australia very soon. I can't tell you when or where. When I first saw these kicks, I thought they were actually an Australian brand. but,
I know
I think
where
I
we're
know where it's
going with
going.
this. Yeah,
but
I'd
yeah.
say from Germany. Can I guess? Are they from
Yes,
Germany?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah, I know what they are.
So, yes, so
Peanut butter and jelly, please.
No. These are just so the guys over at Rue sent these over because they wanted to make their presence felt here in Oz. This is one of their OGG silhouettes, the R1 coil.
Yeah.
So
Nice.
yeah, and when I opened the box, immediately my mind went to gray New Balances. So, but it's such a dope sneaker. If you guys know your Roos, you know how well made these are. These are, I would say, a couple of steps above made in Italy Theodoras, that are the handmade ones.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, they are so expensive.
Yep.
Because they're made in
Yeah.
Germany. They're made with premium materials. However, when I went over the sneaker, guess where it was made from?
Where?
Germany.
Philippines?
Sort of that part of it.
Taiwan?
No, so they were these ones are actually made in China.
Yeah, right.
Oh,
Yeah. But
Yeah.
I was so surprised with the build quality and the materials used. Like the insides are sort of like lambskin, very sofa-like, very plush, pigskin suede and everything. Everything you will see in a made in USA, made in UK New Balance. But they were made in China, so I was surprised. Maybe this is their way of cutting down costs. So when it
Yeah, it would be for sure.
when it reaches our shore, the price won't be ridiculous. So maybe.
I think they're probably copying NB's strategy, wherein they have those GRs that are made in different locations like
Yes.
Vietnam and China,
Yes.
and then they'd still have their made sort of like line, which is some of the Dyna coils made in Germany, the collabs that are always numbered that are made in Germany. So
I would
maybe that's the strategy.
I would agree. Speaking of NBs, I saw some gray 9060s at Hype DC the other day, and I was impressed with the overall build quality and the materials. You was like, oh wow, this actually looks like it's made in UK or made in US. But it's so they're stepping up, man. NB has stepped up quite a bit.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
yes.
A lot of brands do, I think. I feel like at least this year.
Yep. So that is mine. So thanks guys for indulging me for that.
No.
Any other information I probably can't tell you at this point, but you'll find out very soon enough.
Sounds good. I'm looking. Hopefully, we get a wider release here because I love me some kangaroos.
Yeah.
Yeah. We should start getting some kangaroos here.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Definitely.
Makes sense, doesn't it?
No, honestly, I thought they were an Aussie brand. When I first
Yeah.
saw them like 5 years ago, one of my mates showed me their collab. I go, wow. They said, no, these are German brands. Oh, really? There you go.
Yeah, it's German. Hopefully, we don't get shot in the foot though when we're walking around like rural areas. That'd be bad.
Or get hit by a car and become roadkill.
Yeah, my feet will just bounce toward the lights.
But I have shot these in the this morning, and surprisingly, they were comfy. Very comfy. The Dyna coil has some bounce in them. It's a bit responsive.
Yeah, I've got one pair of the R1s. I really like them. They're really comfy on feet.
Yeah. So hopefully
Good
we'll see
underfoot.
more stuff.
Yeah, because I grew up skating, and I thought the Chad Muskers were the first ones with the little stash pocket there. But
Yes, I thought so too. Des,
yeah,
apparently they're the OGs with the stash pockets. Yeah.
Yeah, for keys though, not for,
It looks like I'm opening something else.
Yeah.
But
Cool. With that said though, right? I know you've been on the old podcast, the old man sneaks podcast, but obviously this is a different one. So maybe just give us maybe a quick rundown of your history in sneakers, like how to get into it, and yeah.
All right, I'll try to be super brief. Okay, so everything started with this shoe back in
Classic.
back in 1987. These already cost an arm and a leg, so my old man just smacked me in the head when I asked him if I could have one. So everything was because of the air unit.
Yeah.
And look, everything was like this back then, 1987, all solid soles and whatnot. So these guys just stood out on shelves. I don't know, Donald, if you remember Green Hills before the fake stuff, before all the fake stuff.
When they're all legit still.
When they were all legit and there was no Foot Locker and Nike, and everyone, all the shops there bought their stuff from the USA directly. So all the tourists, and then they brought them back to sell in the boutique. So these was one of the shoes I saw, and that started it for me. And since I couldn't afford him, I started drawing him at the back of my notebook. So and then this guy comes along. He started making the highlight reel of the sports section of the news. Started jumping, dunking on everyone left and right, and he wore these at the All Stars. So I go, whoa, those are the shoes I saw, but they're different. They also have a hole in the middle, in the heel. So I go, I gotta have them. So I begged my grandmom. So she asked me if I could draw on a piece of paper the outline of my foot. And she sent them to her relatives in the US so they could get me the Jordan 3s. Obviously, I thought, it's not going to happen. 2 years later, I did receive a sneaker. I actually thought it was fake. Instead of receiving the Black Cement 3s, this is what the OG version of the White Cement 4s is what they sent me. And I actually didn't want to wear them because I thought they were fake. At first, I go, Grandma.
Lovely shoe. Lovely shoe.
Yes, lovely shoe. I agree. So these were my first Nike sneaker with the air unit, the OG version. Anyway, these are the 2012s. So
I guess that's the real true to size, right? Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Outline of the foot.
The one. Yep. So I didn't want to wear them, man. I didn't want to wear them because I thought I would get beat up at school because the guys there would think I was wearing fakes.
I would have just loved to have been a fly on the wall at those sneaker shops watching your relative walk in with a piece of paper with a drawn foot on it, putting it up against other shoes to make sure it fits.
And did they fit?
Yeah. But my mom, she forced me to wear them, so I wore them one day to PE class, and I prepared for the worst. But then one of the rich kids saw me and go, "Whoa, those are the new Jordan 4s. They're not yet out." And for a week I was the coolest kid in school. But yeah, man. So that's pretty much how the origin story started. And then every time I could get my hands on a pair of basketball sneakers that my NBA heroes wore, I would try to get them. And eventually eventually it all started piling up underneath my bed, and it just carried on till uni days, till I got work, and now through here in my adult life. That's pretty much it.
and passed down to your son, I see.
Yeah.
Yes, he's carving out his own path. We're very, very proud of him. Mind you, at one point he said, "I would never follow in your footsteps, Dad." But slowly he evolved into his own sneakerhead kind.
He must be stoked when he got that Ox Street article as well. Like, so father and son, a little bit of Ox Street profile, doesn't hurt.
Yeah, truth to be told, I didn't know about it. I only found out about it on the day it released, and he tagged me on it. Ox Street didn't tell me they were doing a feature on him, so I was very, very surprised. Like,
nice.
Surprised in a good way. Like, really? You?
Are you the same size though?
No,
you
he's
guys wear the same size.
No, he's a 10 and a half, 11.
Wow.
So I'm a size 9. So all the sneakers he was meant to inherit, he was able to wear them for just about a month. And then they all went back to me.
That's probably a good thing.
Which
Big
it is. And the
big Asian kid.
when he was growing up, I kept telling my wife that, I'm saving this sneakers for my son. We're probably gonna end up the same size. So all this size 9 I'm buying, it's probably gonna go to him. But you know what? It just ended up coming back to me, which isn't a bad thing, like Dad said.
I use the
I was
same
gonna
excuse
say,
as well.
going back to when I was growing up, it was very nostalgic when you're talking about the Air Max ones with the air bubble and the Jordan 3s, because I remember at the same time, and I'd used to, beg my mum to get me a pair. I'm like, Mum, the shoes are on air. Can you imagine how comfortable that is? They're made out of air.
Oh, Mika, didn't it feel alien to you? Like it felt alien, like it wasn't something of this world when you first saw it, right? It was like
It was crazy.
It was like-
And then, like, you combine that with, like, Michael Jordan dunking in dunk contests, you were like, this shoe's fucking amazing.
look,
like,
That's got to be the
you
shoes.
just lose it.
Yeah.
Like, it is. Oh, yeah,
It's gotta be the
exactly. That's what we thought.
Yeah. And you felt like once I get those shoes, I will have those same powers as Michael Jordan. I will jump higher. I will run faster. Everything in my game
Yeah.
will be amazing.
That's it. I'll be dunking. I'll be able to dunk it, Mum, in a game. Give me the shoes. It's got air in it.
Good times, good times.
Yeah.
Cool. Anyone else have any question or want to ask Derrick with? Nope.
So I saw your rundown on how you evolved as the photographer side of it, so out of the old flip phone and
Yep.
stuff like that. So yeah, you just want to give a brief rundown of how you evolved.
Yeah. So all right. Okay. So back in the day, right? So when back at the old Nike Talk forums, and this was when Facebook groups were just starting, right? And phones were just starting to improve with their cameras. I used to take quick shots of my sneakers when they were brand new, because I wear my sneakers, they get beat up. But I always wanted a picture or a document that would remind me how fresh they were back in the day. So I don't know if I'm the only one that does that. Maybe a few of you guys do it too. And it just carried on from documenting my sneakers, taking a picture of them on a tabletop, started taking pictures of them on Fate. You know the classic where you just bend over and try to take 5 shots.
Oh, I'm well aware of it.
And try to pick out the best ones. Just blindly.
Find the
This
best
was
looking
before-
carpet you've got.
Yeah, this was
Zigzag.
so this was way before phones had a front-facing camera. So you just blindly. Sometimes you put on a timer, set it on the wall, and hope for the best. So with those shots, and since we can now share on Facebook, we started. So there were a few guys like me, like Malicious One, started sharing those pictures, and at first people started loving them, but eventually a lot of people sort of hated it because our pictures were dominating the page too much, that it brings down the sales. So to put it in context, people hated us on sneaker groups because we were posting sneaker shots. It still boggles my mind until today. So good thing Instagram came along, where we could just make our own page and just document our own on-feed shots. Then after that, obviously, we started pushing the envelope. We started taking fit shots. So from feet, started going to the pants. From the pants, started going to the shirt. And eventually we had the balls to actually show our face. So yeah, from there, everything just evolved, and everyone on Instagram was just trying to one-up each other. And then eventually people started bringing in professional photography into the mix. So these guys were now using professional camera gear. They were now editing their stuff. So not wanting to be left behind, we started learning YouTube tutorials on photography and Photoshop. So the culmination of it all is probably what you see now on my page. So it's been a very interesting and well worth learning journey for me.
Cool. I mean, you can see the experience on your page, obviously. Like the amount of content and the quality of content that you put out. It's always like, yeah, it's something you look forward to when you Chosen One has posted something.
That's embarrassing, man.
I think it does push the envelope as well, you know, and it sort of pass on a bit of peer pressure to other sort of collectors to want to sort of push the boundaries and sort of, you know, one up their photography or anything. It's one thing to have the sneakers, you know, everyone sees the promo shots and all that sort of stuff, but I think it's a different thing to own them and have them in hand, and to actually the confidence that you feel when you rock them and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, I think it's only a good thing, and especially like you said, you know, being Instagram, you can sort of curate it a bit, and if people want to see it, they can see it. If they don't want to see it, they can tune out. And yeah,
pretty much, yes.
Yeah.
So people follow you because I would assume they enjoy your stuff.
Yeah.
Otherwise, yeah. So you can put out as much of your shit as much as you want. Whereas in Facebook groups and the old Nike talk, people get salty when you have a certain kind of kicks. Oh, I missed out on this release. I'll just troll Derrick because he has the kicks. I want it so badly.
It's also fun too, like learning different styles of editing your photos and stuff as well, and growing your page.
Yes.
Like as I said, like I'm just learning now to edit different styles and do all that sort of stuff, and I love it. It's so fun.
Yes.
It really is. And you go back and look at like stuff that you've done 12 months ago compared to where you are now, and you're chalk and cheese. It really is.
That's growth, man. That's evolution. I tell people, don't worry too much about your end product, but enjoy the journey and the learning as you go along. And as you said, man, compare yourself to what you were a few months ago than to what you are now. It's just night and day sometimes.
Yeah.
I think if you do it enough, like you have no choice but to evolve. Like evolution will come naturally. Like you do it every day, you shoot it every day, you criticize your own work, you criticize what you see on Instagram as well, and then you try out different things. So yeah, it's something that is natural, I guess. Like people go through it when they start posting photos on Instagram.
One of my biggest joys actually is watching you guys, your accounts. Honestly, this is an honest to goodness feedback to all your accounts. Like watching you guys from day one and seeing some of you guys now. Oh, it's just amazing how much you guys have grown, and the amount of stuff you put out. I fanboy at your stuff, guys. Honestly, like I'll give an example. He's not here right now. Shout out to Steven SC Kicks from where he started to where he is right now, and he just stuck to his guns but improved on his style. It's just a joy to watch.
Yeah.
But I love it how like the Instagram and this sort of community it's a collaborative thing, that we all like bump off each other, we all help each other like with our creativity. And like I loved it, Derrick, how you posted like how to take a foot, like different angles and different ways to take photos. I love that little series that you did, so it really inspired me, so thank you for that.
Bro, you're killing it as well, man. I love your stuff. I think you might have taken down the cover feature for the TKS hit list a couple of times. Yeah,
a couple of times. Yeah.
Just the way you compose stuff and it comes across the screen, it's like, for me, it brings me so much joy. So keep doing what you're doing, my man.
Thank you. We'll do. Got some special stuff coming on the way, so
it's always good to watch JP's stuff. It really is.
Yeah, I agree.
Cool. All right, why don't we move on to a little bit of news, guys? One of the top news today, I guess, is Stockx removed all claims of authenticity on their site. Like there's no more 100% authentic. Condition new is still there, I think. But yeah, what do you guys think about that? Maybe let's start with Daniel.
I suppose if they remove all claims of authenticity, then they're taking themselves out of any lawsuit race, aren't they? Like it's just they're pretty much saying, well, we never said they were authentic. We just said that, they're you. So
Well, Stockx
look,
verified, I think, is the new terminology that they're using.
In a legal sense, it's not a stupid move by them, but in a business sense, I think it's going to hurt them big time.
Oh, definitely. I think this stocks will tank for a bit.
What about you, Darren? What do you think?
Yeah, I think the same, but I think it's also probably a bit of a reaction to some of the fakes being of a much higher quality. For a lot of people, it's hard to sort of roll out training for all your employees to dot every I and cross every T. Which is unfortunate. But I think it's probably also that they're getting a bit harder to pick between the two. So even now, you see a lot of people asking for legit checks, and some people are saying looks okay, others are saying looks fake. It can be quite hit and miss and quite depending on how you're interpreting it. So I think that's sort of causing it a bit as well. But yeah, I agree. It's not a good thing if your platform was based on selling authentic pairs, and it's now, well, I'm taking the risk. If I'm taking the risk, then I may as well just buy off Facebook Marketplace for cheaper price.
Yeah. JP, what do you think?
I've got a couple of different ideas around this. So obviously this Nike lawsuit didn't help, but it's hard to say something's 100% authentic and guaranteed when humans are involved. And there is sometimes that people will obviously aren't as experienced as other people. So it's hard to actually say like this product we're selling you is 100% authentic. And even if you found it was fake, it's so hard for you to like get a refund. Like it's impossible through Stockx anyway. So yeah, as we know that they say to sit back and resell it.
Maybe
it's like
that's their solution most of the time is like put it back in the market.
Yeah.
So.
Maybe they should have just been saying 95% authentic the whole time.
Are you even as far as say maybe it's authentic? Maybe it's authentic.
Yeah.
We hope it's authentic.
Could be authentic.
We can guarantee that we think it's authentic.
I think didn't it coincide with them laying off some of their staff as well? So some of their authenticators, wasn't it coinciding with that as well? Which is, I mean, it seems weird. Like I don't exactly know what's going on over there. Like they must be getting huge volumes through, because it's a pretty big, it's a first of its kind of secondary market like that, and so the volumes must have been crazy. And probably the authenticators were working, pretty crazy, I reckon. Like they must be going through a shit ton of
or
shit
not,
every day. So,
right? You know what I mean? Like they could not be. They probably not spending enough time legit checking it.
maybe if you're this, good. Like,
I mean, you guys have seen that chick from eBay that authenticates sneakers.
Yeah, I was just about to bring her up. Yep.
If that is the standard for authentication, well, maybe nah.
But like I said, like with that chick, right? I think she's looking for red flags. Usually, if she doesn't see any red flags that they could be fake, her assumption is immediately that they're legit, and then just start wrapping them. So I don't know if that's the best way to do it, but there are actual red flags. So
yeah, that's what we were saying earlier though, with how good the fakes are getting. I had a mate tonight sent me a Snapchat. He had a pair of these on feet, and he said to me, he goes, that the new Jordan feels, right? And I said, oh, where'd you get them? He goes, oh, the old girl just got them for me for my birthday. I said, right. I said, they're a high $1,500 to $1,800 shoe. And then I had a look at them, and the tongue was sitting up like that high. The leather on the side panel here was just all crinkled and crap. And I said, dude, where did your mum get them from? She goes, oh, Bali. I said, dude, they're fake as all fuck. He goes, I don't care, I just like the colour.
Do you think also
I
the,
mean,
some of the poor quality control on the actual, out of the factory plays a part as well?
The legit ones, you mean?
for sure when it comes to
Yeah.
Nike, yeah.
But sometimes
For
that's a
sure,
telltale
yeah.
that it is an authentic product. Yeah, like the
legit,
Thunder Force,
exactly.
like if it doesn't have blue stains all over the nubuck, then you know it's
It's fake.
It's like
It's the other way around there.
Yeah.
I miss the days though when
yeah.
fakes were just super obvious. Like instead of the jump man, it'd be some dude
Have
doing
you
a
seen that when the
layup.
guy goes, don't worry, he did that dunk as
You
well?
The reverse dunk.
Yeah. Or like holding two balls. You know that one where he's got a ball in the hand at the back as
The
well.
one that I like,
just
the one
like,
that I like the most was Jordan with
crazy
that
ass-
big ass booty, that massive big booty that he had.
Oh yeah, yeah, and you could actually see the crack. I know the one you're talking about. Yeah, or like back in the day, there used to be this guy called. I used to love his videos. It's called like Pinoe 77. If you guys have never heard of him, but he used to just go and look at all fake websites and just that like they would just make up their own colorways and shit. That was the best. Like it was so good. Some of them were so funny, but it's not like that these days. I think like the Travis Scott ones is probably a good example. Like they're so hard to like tell. Like if people have got them on feet and they're fake, I mean, I don't even know, and I can't know in my shoes, and I'll just be like, I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. Like, it's like you just don't know. Like,
What do you think about that news, Derek? Do you buy off of Stockx a lot? Or?
No, I never. But my good friends buy from them because of the reliability, and they're willing to pay a premium price. But I don't know, man. After this news, they might be looking at their collections right now. but that's the thing, right? It's hard to drop stacks nowadays, even from reputable sites, because there's a person that can make human errors judging something. So if you are willing to take that risk and drop stacks, by all means, more power to you. That's why I'd rather get from sources I know that are legit, like proper retail stores and proper collectors that I know where they get the sources from. Because as you guys have said, there are a ton of amazing fakes right now, and you can have them they nearly cost retail price for the really good ones. And I've seen really good ones. I've seen really good Travis Scotts. I've seen really good Mocha ones. I've seen really good UNC ones. And we've compared them side to side with real kicks. And if you didn't know which is the legit one from the fake one, you wouldn't know any better. So that's the market we're in right now. And for Stockx to admit that, to take out the 100% verification, authenticity, whatever, it just makes it a bit more scarier. Would other sneaker reselling app follow suit?
Yep. 100%.
Most probably, right? Because I think this is all because of Nike. GR King is on his way out, and he's just adding all this extra news. Let me see if I can mute him or something.
I've got to go pick up your mum from. I've already dropped her off, so
Cool.
gotta go now.
I
Gotta
know
go
you're
pick her
into
up again.
70-year-olds, but
Mate, I'll take what I can get.
2022, my friend. Can't judge anymore.
cool.
It's the experience.
So as I was saying, right? Like if Stockx, right, is doing this because of Nike's claim that they can't really claim 100% authenticity, right? I think it's safe to assume that most probably other resale platforms would have to do it as well. You know what I mean? Like if StockX can't claim it, how can GOAT claim that they're also 100% authentic? Or how can eBay claim that there's also 100% authentic? It's the same use case. It's the same scenario, right? So I guess this is just a start, and we're sensationalizing it because it's StockX. It's the biggest out there. But my gut feel is that everyone has to follow suit on that. They had to make the same claim as StockX at some point. And now how that's gonna affect the culture, I don't know. Like maybe online resale platform will start to go down a little bit. I don't think they're gonna go away, but yeah.
I think like Daniel said, it's all about reducing or removing liability.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is a shame.
I think what'll happen is I think initially it'll take a dip, but then I think it'll just probably go back, especially if all the other like secondary market sites like that are doing the same. People will go, well, it's good enough. Like especially with FOMO of missing out on certain pairs.
Yeah. I think it's
so
it's the culture itself, right? Like I don't think like we can make assumptions all we want, but if the majority would still go buy from StockX, then they're still gonna be in business. You know what I mean? Like frankly, how many of us actually believes about that label of 100% authentic, regardless whether they're there or not, right? Like I don't.
Well, that's the thing. Like, there's been like heaps of people who put out videos of like getting pairs of StockX that are fakes, and the grief that they've gone through trying to get them returned. So
I think
you just have to look at your own worries that you had there, old man Sneaks, with that New Balance pack that you got earlier in the year. They were legit, the two different materials. Yeah.
Yep.
And the bullshit that you were trying to go through with them to get any sort of answers.
Yeah. So, and it's always difficult, right? Like now when you buy something, that's always going to be at the back of your head. Like even though you can't, if they don't say 100% authentic, then you can't say to yourself as well that it's 100% authentic. You know what I mean?
At the end of the day, unless you're buying it from the actual manufacturer, you never really truly know.
Yeah, but that New Balance scenario that you were saying, right? Like that protection pack was one made in Vietnam and then one made in China, and they're both from the manufacturer. Well,
true.
In saying that one is from StockX, but you can still see the obvious difference, and it's gonna be hard. Like I think it makes the culture a little bit harder to deal with all of this shit going on.
Yeah. I think one of the other issues is that all these different platforms are based in different countries and different regions, and they all have different consumer laws. So it's very hard to, like, if you do get a fake, to fight them from a different continent. A bit of advice I always see is that if you can use PayPal to purchase the items through these platforms, then you've sort of like got a double sort of a barrier against claiming against a fake shoe. But I feel that people like eBay and Novelship and a couple other brands are probably a bit more better at communicating when you send them an email, rather than StockX, who sends you generic stuff back, because they're getting so many emails. So I guess just find a platform that you trust and then just continue with them. So,
like, which platforms do you guys really trust at the moment when you're buying online resale? I mean, let's start with you, Derrick. Not that you buy a lot, but do you have any platform that you trust?
At the moment, oh my god, I have to say this because I'm. No. Look. All right. So, truth to tell, okay, they've been supportive of me. I do trust their platform, but they know I've been telling them constantly the prices are way too high. In saying that, the platform I promote right now is Sneaker Dump.
Same for me. That's the one I use. Yeah, Sneaker Dunk. I'll still go with
Japanese stocks as well, and they're not fake.
Yeah.
A lot. Do you know what I mean? Like you get that Japanese tag.
The Japanese are very particular with fakes. Like they will put you in jail.
Exactly. I was gonna say the same thing.
If you are dealing with fakes. Like in the airport, if you're wearing fake Hermes or Louis Vuitton and they spot you, they will put you in jail straight away.
Yeah, they're really, I was going to say the same thing. They're really good with fakes in Japan. Like there's nothing fake. And you can go to like weird ass back alley op shops and it'll just be filled with Supreme and it's all legit. Like it's crazy. So Yeah, I can definitely vouch for that as someone who's
Yes,
been to Japan 6 different times.
And married to a Japanese.
So,
right?
and yeah, I'm married to a Japanese lady who I'm about to pick up now, but they just don't do fake. They really don't. And so, yeah, that's why I like Sneaker Dunk as well, because I know that, especially with Japan stock, I know it's going to be pretty good for the most part.
I agree.
JP, what about you? Sorry, Derek.
No, it's all right. It might be coming to Australia too soon, so yeah.
Sneaker
Yeah, so
Dunk.
hopefully they'll offer.
They have a flagship store in Singapore, I think,
Yep,
that they just
have.
opened or something.
Um,
So hopefully they have one here
Yeah,
too.
they've rattled a few cages. I know for a fact Novel Ship and Ox Street, and to a certain degree eBay is kind of looking over their shoulder, because Sneaker Dunks has been making waves. Low key.
Yeah, they recently just added that AUD. When I was buying there, it was USD before. So the coupon was actually more
Yeah.
valuable.
Yeah, the coupon
Yeah.
was better. I
And
was
now they
gutted.
switch it to AUD. It's just $20 straight up. So
They
it's not
just
good.
need Afterpay.
Yeah, the
Oh,
coupon's
yes.
not as good.
Afterpay.
Yeah. JP, what about you?
It's a bit difficult being a big-footed size 13 shoe guy. So you have to kind of shop around, and hopefully one of the platforms has the shoe that you're looking for. Recently, for me, it's eBay, because I've been looking at older releases, like 10-year-old releases, like Grails that I missed out at the time, and just it's that I guess trying to hunt down that shoe that you're trying to find. So like most of the time they've been worn a couple of times, or like they're just immaculate sort of pairs. So eBay has been really good lately. The shipping's a bit slow compared to some other platforms, especially when they come from the US. But it's either GOAT or StockX for me, just because the prices are a bit lower than the Asian sort of websites. Novel Ship, once in a while, you can get a good bargain. Like my Jowns I got recently, they were a really good price.
For some reason, Jowns are cheap on bigger sizes, right? Like we've seen that.
They haven't been always that way, but
Aero
yeah.
Jams? No. Space Jams? Yes. Okay.
But yeah, so StockX has never. I've bought some pairs off them, and they've all been legit. But I'm very hesitant to spend a lot of money on their platform, and I have been for a while. So
Cool. What about you, Daniel?
I've bought 2 pairs of shoes in my entire life of StockX, and that's probably where it's going to stay. But I always buy through Novel Ship. I've only ever had an issue with them with their shipping through DHL. That's not a fault on StockX. Not StockX, on Novel Ship's side. Yeah, so like, if I can get anything locally, I will. But 9 times out of 10, it's always through Novel Ship. And I think I've just kept a couple of their employees employed this last couple of weeks anyway.
Cool. What about you, Darren? Where do you usually get your sneakers?
So I had bought quite a few pairs through StockX. I'm not going to say there were hype pairs or anything like that. I feel like there wouldn't be as much of a chance of fakes getting around of those, and the prices were reasonable at the time. Lately, I've picked up a couple of pairs from eBay, and I did have those off-white 4s get return to sender at authentication, which is sort of a good thing to know that it is actually
They're actually doing the job.
they are actually stopping something. And Sneaker Dunk, but I'm not one to, if I'm going for a really hype pair, I'm not one to drop big money on it through a resale site. It's personal opinion. If I miss out at retail or at reasonable price as they first drop, I'm not dropping $3,000 through a reseller, a secondary platform. So, but that's just me.
Yeah, I'm with you. Without seeing them in hand, it's really tough. I think, I think with the secondary market, like I'll stick to pairs that for example, like I bought those Air Max 1 crepes off Sneaker Dunk, and I'm not too worried about a shoe like that. but I'm not about to go, get 2015 Chicago's from the same site because I'd want to see it in hand. Like if I'm going to spend that much money, you know what I mean? Like, so I guess it'll boil down to, availability of shoes and when they dropped for me as well. I'm not about to go and get grails off those secondary sites anyway.
Yeah, especially hype pairs, right? Like even not grail level ones.
Yeah, exactly.
Mochas and uni blues, like what you were saying.
Yep.
Derrick, they're all like
Yep.
popularly fake, and I think someone sent out a report around that on StockX that the Mocha Jordan ones are the most fake sneakers on StockX, and they're actually the closest one to the legit pairs. That's what people are saying. Kind of question some of my pairs as well because I have spent a bit on StockX and Noble Ship, but nowadays my platform of choice is Sneaker Dunk as well, especially with the stuff that I buy. Like New Balance
You've got me
is
sitting here looking at me, Mocha.
usually cheaper. Yeah, New Balance are usually cheaper on Sneaker Dunk as well, so that's my go-to platform recently. Cool. All right,
Donald,
let's-
just to
let's-
add. So, who stands to benefit from this?
Nike
Yeah.
maybe.
What,
I don't know.
What about
'Cause even if you think about Nike though, right? Because if you think about it, like they don't. I don't think like. Let me correct that. I don't think they'll benefit a lot from it. Because they're still gonna sell their shoes.
That's what I mean.
It's
To
not
end
like
up on
they're the reseller, right?
to end up on the secondary market, they've got to make the first
Yeah.
sale. So yeah,
Yeah.
it's tough.
So it doesn't matter, right? So manufacturers like they're the first one anyway. I honestly don't know what the
benefited?
what
Yeah.
the
Do you guys think the brick and mortar reselling stores will drive more people to them now?
are they trusted though? Like how many of them have that level of trust in them, right? You know what I mean? Like I wouldn't even because it's just taking something online offline and on a smaller scale. You know what I mean? If you talk about brick and mortar reseller stores. Yeah.
Yeah, fair point. Yeah.
Yeah, and you've got some sort of idea. You've got some sort of idea of what you're looking at, especially with like a Jordan 1, for example. There are telltale signs in every single Jordan 1 that's exactly the same. And if you look at a Jordan 1 and think, well, that doesn't look right, you're going to double question it when it's in your hand.
But also, I'm actually surprised at how many of those brick and mortar stores are getting pairs early. You know, through the back door. I think that's sort of more of a concern to me than picking up fake. It's just how many pairs they're getting early. You know, I mean, you look at lost and founds. You know, it's been
Yeah, I think there's a story.
Backdooring's been happening
Yep.
for a long time. It's just that now it's coming more to surface with the age of technology and being picked up on cameras and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But it's been happening all the time. Like, there's always been that bloke that's had a mate that worked at Foot Locker that would sling him an extra couple of bucks to get a couple extra pairs out the back door. You know, now it's the same thing happening, just on a bigger scale.
And that's what I mean. Like I think there's sort of more authenticity for it. You know, we're not talking. You know, I would be more concerned with the one-offs where people are bringing in shoes saying they're legit, and then the sneaker store is having to legit check them to then do the one pair at a time and authenticate. So, I think with the amount of pairs that they're getting through early, it sort of would give me a bit more confidence buying through a brick and mortar as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, one thing's for sure, we all lose. Like the collectors and the sneakerheads will. I know as much as we like the shit on StockX all the time, this is not good for us because we know how brick and mortar stores add those additional prices on top of. Like they're really expensive.
And we're also
right?
not sure how diluted their authentic products are.
Yeah. So that's the thing, right? So I don't know. I mean, yeah, like I said, the only thing that is guaranteed is like we all lose in this situation.
Let, let's just buy 10, 15-year-old Gias from back in the day. Surely they won't fake that. They'll just crumble on it. Buy old ASIC.
Cool. All right. Let's move on to the other tradition of the show, wherein we feed each other's FOMO and we look at sneakers whether we want to cop them or not. Let me just share my screen. Just want to make sure I don't share my porn, my thumbnails, and all that. Cool. First off, we have the velvet brown Terminator High, Nike Terminator High. Darren, what do you think?
No. No, I just don't like the silhouette, personally. But yeah, I think the colorway is okay. I would have liked a bit more sort of pop from that burgundy, but yeah, it's a no from me.
Material seems to be of leather and canvas combination. I think the base is canvas. Then the overlay is leather.
Yeah.
Daniel, what do you think?
These shoes are the same thing as Daniel Connor and are selected for termination. These are just horrible.
Wasn't it John Connor?
I was wondering where you.
John Connor, Daniel Connor, Sarah Connor, who cares? That's just crap.
Daniel Connor is his distant cousin, so
Yeah, I was gonna
so it's
say.
a cup for you, Daniel.
It's Daniel Connor through
No, definitely
Stockx.
not.
Daniel Lawson's.
Triple up.
Yeah.
JP, what do you think?
I really like the resurgence of the Terminator, of the silhouette. But it's not for me. The Armand Terminator, it looks like. So I'd say a no for me.
Cool. Derek, what do you think?
Like Julian said, I like the resurgence of it, but I tried the Georgetown Terminators on my feet, and it just looks like a letter L. Looks like a Ronald McDonald sneaker. The 4 foot's just too bloody long. I don't know. It doesn't agree with me. I like it. I like it for his history, the nostalgia, but nah, I can't pull it off. I have to pass.
Cool. Micah, how many pairs?
0. These are like the Micah Connors selected for termination. Look, it's weird, man. I'm gonna bang on about Japan again. For some reason in Japan, this shoe is huge. I've seen people in Japan with like 80 pairs of these. Personally, I don't get it. Especially on me, I'm a size 12. They just look ridiculous. So it's going to be a drop from me.
Cool. I like the colorway. Like JP said, reminds you a little bit of Alma Mater shoes. Brown and black, and I'm sucker for brown, but yeah, no, it's a pass for me as well, as much as I like the colorway. Next up, we have the Air Jordan 8 playoffs in 2023. Darren, what do you think?
Yeah, I like them. Yeah, I've got the Sequoia 8s. I'll wear them a bit. Yeah, I like the colorway. Sort of retro vibes on the side panel there. So yeah, I'll definitely try for them.
Cool. Daniel.
I've still got Arnold Schwarzenegger shoes on my screen, mate. So, but it's a Jordan and it's an 8, so I'll probably end up with it anyway.
JP, what do you think?
I really like them. I don't have a pair of 8s, but I'm gonna say no to these ones. There's other 8s I'd prefer to have ahead of these, so yeah, and no for me.
Cool. Derek.
Yeah. Jordan was wearing this when he started hitting those ridiculous 3-pointers against Portland, right? So
yeah, the stripe game.
Yeah. Yeah, the
Was it
strawberry
7?
was going like so. Oh, I had
Yeah.
the last retro, so yeah, those are. I think those are crumbling already. So yeah, time for a fresh pair.
Cool. Micah.
Nah, it's a drop from me. I don't mind 8s. The only ones I kind of want are the Aqua 8s though, just for nostalgic reasons. But no, not these ones. And I just want to say a big kudos to Daz for calling them the Sequoia 8s and not the undefeated. So good job there, mate.
I mean, I did put orange laces in mine, so
Oh, did ya? Yeah. I did the same. I've got the same pair. They're really nice, those 8s.
Yep,
But yeah,
those
the
are nice.
Aqua 8s are the only ones I want, so it's a pass for me on these.
Are they the same as the Take Flight? They call them Take Flight 8 as well? Jordan 8?
I don't remember
yeah.
that.
So
I just remember.
I think they originally called them the take flights, and then they changed the name of them because it was an early pair. The tongue was different, and a couple of changes from just the sort of mock up.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, that's the only 8 that I'm interested in. And I don't have any 8s in my collection, so yeah, it's this one.
Do you guys find it easy to fit with your jeans, or just wear it with short?
No, they're hard to make a fit for, and another problem with 8s that I find is it really pinches the pinky. They get a bit sore from a full day of wearing, and definitely a winter shoe. So yeah, it's a tough one. I would go joggers if anything. That's usually the go-to move.
Yep. I agree.
Cool. Next, we have the Air Jordan 1 High OG Skyline. Based off that Skyline photo of the Jumpman. It's a gradient color. I think it reverses with each other.
The mismatch pair.
Yeah, kind of like a mismatch pair, but the same gradient, only flipped on the other side.
Yeah. Okay.
Darren, what do you think?
I wouldn't mind a close-up look on them, and just sort of see if are they a satin finish or
They're
they almost look corduroy.
like corduroy or canvas, almost.
Yeah. Okay.
It's one of those.
Yeah.
It's gradient blue to peach,
Yep.
I think, and then peach to blue.
I don't mind the color, but the finish is probably putting me off a bit. It'd probably be a drop for those.
Daniel.
Oh, I've still got the Terminators on my screen, mate. But look, I know what you're talking about. It's only because I called him Daniel Connor and not John Connor. That's why it's still sticking there. Just to remind me. I do know what you're talking about. Nah, I'm not interested in these at all. I got the heirlooms and I don't like them. The finish on them, so this will be a pass.
Cool. JP.
Yeah, just a no for me.
Just straight no. Nope.
Just no.
Yeah. Derek, what do you think?
Nah, man, I'm gonna have to pass on these. It's a hard look to pull off, but the right guy could probably pull them off. But nah, not at my age.
Micah, what do you think?
No, it's a no from me too, and I'm a bit wonned out. You know what I mean? Like, I'm definitely going to go for the lost and founds, but it's just I don't know. I'm just sort of sick of them. I've got like a lot of ones, and I'm just sort of sick of these like weak ass stories. Like, oh, he was once in a poster. It's like, yeah, fuck off. Like, I'm done. Like, I'm done with these shit backstories and your fucking oversaturation of colors. So, yeah, definite drop.
Cool. It's a cop for me because everyone is dropping it.
You're not
so
getting it.
I like them. I like the colorway. I think I can pull them off. So
That won't go.
The only lines in
Looking
yourself,
forward to the
Yeah.
post.
You can pull them off and throw them into a garbage bin, mate.
it would look good in a jumping photo.
Oh yeah, okay.
So,
And then send them to Stockx.
Speaking of lost and found one, guys. Sorry, guys. Just speaking of lost and founds, the resale prices on them have dropped already to 500. Would that be something you would pull the trigger on right now?
No,
two of us. Well, two people in the group have.
I'm not.
Already have.
I won't pull the trigger until after the release because I feel like they'll go down even more.
And
And then
I'll
people
buy
miss
another
out
one.
and go back up.
Yeah, which is fine.
I don't mind pulling the trigger for that price rather than paying the 2K early on.
Yeah.
On them.
Yeah.
So I
Hey,
think
we made
when
that
we were
call. We
discussing
made that
this,
call early, Donald.
yeah, I think earlier as well when we were discussing this, like we were guessing where it's gonna fall in terms of price, and my guess has always been at the low 500. So that has already been established budget for it. So
I think it's
I
gonna.
don't mind
I think
pulling
it's
it
gonna
for
go
that
down
price.
to at least I reckon 4 after release with the amount of pairs that are coming.
No,
I think the big
no,
sizes.
I
will
can't
be
see
about
it going down that
500.
low.
Yeah,
Well, we'll see.
I'm basing it
But
off the
I do see it skyrocketing.
Yeah,
after a
afterwards.
while. I don't think not immediately.
It just depends. Like
No, not immediately.
I just think I just really want to see how the release goes, because of the amount of pairs and the amount of raffles you could probably enter to get a pair for retail. It's obviously ideal, and then if you miss out, we'll see what the resale market's like after that.
I think right after the drop, my guess is it's gonna spike up again for a little bit,
Yeah,
just to exploit
Yeah.
people's FOMO on them, but then it's gonna go back and normalize too.
yeah,
I've always stuck to like the low 500s. I think that's based off the Georgetown 85s that launched early this
okay.
year.
yeah.
I think right off the bat that was like around that price, and that has a lower stock count than the Lost and Found. So I don't know.
Yep. So here's hoping we all get a pair for retail. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep. Or double up and
That's
assist
it.
each other. So
Size 13s, please.
Size of wings.
cool. All right. Next up, we have the Pyre Moss Reebok Experiment 4, releasing tomorrow. Darren, what do you think? I just throw this in here to add a little bit of variations to our list.
It's not going to vary my response. That's a no from me. I don't like the shape of the stepped heel at all. I can see the sort of similarities to like the Insta Pump, but I really don't like them. So it's a no from me.
Cool. Daniel.
Yeah, no, it's with a hand on my heart that there's not a hope in hell I'll buy this. This is a big pass. Big pass.
JP.
I like the colors, but I hate the shoe. I like that green one, that color of the green. But,
Yeah, the green one's not bad, eh?
yeah, the
Yeah.
color's nice. I like that. But if it had like a normal sole, an outsole, and midsole, I'd probably get it. But no, big end for me.
Cool. Derek, what do you think?
How much are they gonna how much are they gonna sell for? About
250
$250.
USD.
Whoa,
It's
USD.
about 300 something AUD for us.
Yeah. Look. I like the idea. I like the there's a certain appeal. There's a certain ugly appeal to them. But if we could get them for $50 at the outlet, like your Asics, yeah, maybe we'll pull the trigger. But for that price, yeah, it's an easy pass.
Cool. Micah,
It's gonna be a pass,
is it
honey.
safe for you to look at your screen?
Yeah, no, it's all good. It's going to be a pass for me, honey, because I don't have any nice matching handbags to go with the high heels. So yeah, it's gonna be a drop from me. Unfortunately, I don't have any lime green handbags, but no, these are fucked, Donald. What were you thinking?
It's slim picking, man.
Yeah,
Like, I'm just
I
throwing
can
things
see
out
that.
there.
I can see that.
All right, next up we have
Wait, are you
Nike
copying?
Dunk
How
Low
many pairs
in-
are you copying, Donald?
Nah,
All right.
3
Complete
pairs.
the
Only
set.
three.
No.
Yeah.
Because none of us are getting it, so you have to get it.
Yeah, I know. All right, I'm copying them, all three.
Yes, sucker.
All right, next up we have the Nike Dunk Low in tans and greens. Darren, what do you think?
I don't mind the colorway, but normal dunks I'm not too keen on. I prefer the SBs. So just for that reason alone, I'll pass.
Cool. Daniel.
I think I've seen more dunks this year than I've seen in my entire fucking life be released. I'm sick of them. No, pass.
Yep. All dunked out.
Yeah,
JP.
And I'm not a huge fan of the color, the combos. Maybe it's that light tan color, the latte, whatever that color is. But yeah, no, I'm not a huge fan, so it's an easy pass for me.
Cool. Derek, what do you think?
Nah, I don't know, man. Dunks are played out, unfortunately. Nike has done the usual thing they usually do with successful retros and silhouettes. Like they super oversaturate the market with ridiculous colors.
Max.
They run them to the ground.
$50 at the outlet, maybe.
Micah.
Yeah, I'm in step, pun intended, with everyone else on this one, mate. They're not SBs. I'm dunked out. Forget it. Unless it's an SB, I'm not interested. And yeah, just don't trust the quality on any dunks these days. So yeah, drop from me.
Okay. Damn. So now I have to cop because everyone dropped it.
I could see this, Donald. Honestly, I could see this. You could.
I actually like the colorway, to be honest. Like, I really like the
make this
colorway.
work, my friend. I think you could.
I know everyone is shitting on
matching
them, and
cardigan?
I'm looking at them like, what? It's fucking perfect. Like, in terms of the colorways.
I'll tell you what, rough night for you, Donald, in terms of cops, mate.
Yeah, no. Not this one though. I don't mind copying this
Yeah,
one.
but I've
so-
still got the 3 Reeboks on screen. I can't wait till you see the photos of those.
All right. Next up, we have the Reebok Shock Attack in the Lakers colorway. Darren, what do you think?
No, yeah, I'm not a fan of the high top Reeboks at all. Yeah, it's a no from me.
Someone please cop this because I'm not copying this one. Daniel, what do you think?
Seriously? Look, if there was one other bloke on this pod tonight, he would be definitely saying this is a must sing, it's a must cop. But no, it's not for me, it's a pass.
JP, what do you think?
Nah,
I think you sent this to me.
Yeah, I was hoping color would be on. I do love like the Shaqs bringing all these cool like colors of like an OG like silhouette back, but yeah, just in a size 13 they just look massive, and yeah, I just can't pull them off, so I'm gonna say no.
Cool. Derek, what do you
Oh
think?
shit.
Yep.
Cool.
Sell out.
Micah, what do you think?
Look, there's a lot of nostalgia for me around Shaqs for sure, but all that nostalgia still won't make me purchase a pair. I can't do it. And I fucking hate the Lakers, so that's a definite drop from me. Yeah.
How much are they? 180 USD. Yeah, sorry. It. I'm copying on behalf of G because a resident Bok boy. So
Again, tough,
but personally,
tough night.
it's a pass for me.
Tough night for you,
I
mate.
I know. Let's change it up. We have the Air Max 97 Silver Bullet, which is dropping in a few minutes.
Yeah, so let's
Darren,
hurry it up.
what do you think?
Yeah, hurry up. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna try from.
Cool. Daniel.
Yeah, as soon as we get off, hurry up, let's go.
JP.
I'm gonna go against the clan, and I'm gonna say it's a no for me. It's just not a silhouette that I can pull off, and I don't find them comfortable. I was actually working for Nike at a store when these dropped back in 2017, and they sat on the shelves back then. So I have a feeling they'll do the same this time again. But yeah, it's a no for me.
Oh, did he drop as well?
I think he's dropped. Yeah. Oh, he's back. He's back.
He dropped in 2017 as well. Derrick.
Funnily enough, I still have my 2017 pair, so I'm happy with those. They still look great. But you know what? If Sneaker Dump drops the price below retail, maybe.
Cool. Micah.
Nah, it's dropped from me. I never liked the silhouette when it first originally dropped. I've never been a 97s guy. Not a fan of the Silver Bullet, so easy drop from me.
Blasphemy.
Yeah, I don't like silver sneakers, so it's a drop.
Wrong
for
shade
me.
of grey.
And a lot of you guys like them, so fuck you. It's a drop from me. It's an ugly pair of sneakers.
You'll have no money left after copping all the other pairs.
Yeah, that's it. And last but not the least, we have a Jordan brand Eastside Golf collaboration. 6 pairs. I don't know what the other one is, but Jordan 12, Jordan 1 highs and lows. What do you guys think? Darren.
I really like the fusion into a golf sneaker. I cannot see myself walking 18 holes wearing them. It's a definite cart only for me. In saying that, I'd probably go like a 90 golf or a 4. Yeah, I'm not too keen on any of those sort of silhouettes.
Cool. I think a couple of them are somewhat hybrid golf and lifestyle, so you can wear it outside of the course.
Yep.
Daniel.
Yeah, there's the 12 high and low. That's a Jordan lifestyle shoe that they're bringing out in it. But I like the concept behind it, but I can't get jiggy with this shit, and it's a no for me.
JP.
Yeah, same thing with Daniel said. The Jordan 1 low and the 12 highs, both lifestyle. I really like the storytelling behind the 12s. Actually, there was a raffle for Football Troll today, and I entered, and I realized that shipped would be like nearly $400, so I cancelled that. Yeah, but yeah, it's cool. Like the storytelling behind, like it's being pretty much played on a golf course, and there's mud and clay and everything splashing up on it. They were on, I think, the Complex podcast last week, and I just love the story behind it. So yeah, if there were like retail price, proper like $280 whatever, I'd probably grab them. But yeah, for the price, I'm gonna say no.
Cool. Derrick, what do you think?
Yeah, I'm just like Julian, man. The price is a tad ridiculous, but the storytelling is really great. A couple of friends that have been eyeing this since news of them came out, so they will probably end up getting them, and they're into golf as well. So, but for me personally, I've got to pass. It's generally not my thing.
Cool. Micah.
Yeah, same for me. It's not for me. It's drop from me.
Cool. And for me, it's a drop as well.
No, you have to cop it. You have to cop it.
No. I forgot about that. I'll take the Jordan 12 high.
Good win.
Because that's the best looking one. And yep, and with that, that's our final upcoming sneakers. And
Hey lads,
I'd just like to say,
really quickly,
oh yeah,
just
go on,
quickly
Daniel.
before we shut off, with the talk before about what resale platform we buy from and all that, and obviously the Jordan 7 trophy rooms dropped a couple of nights ago, and no one that I know of received a pair of them, a W for them. Is that something that you guys, I know probably old man might not go for them, but you guys look at getting down the track or soon?
The Jordan 7 trophy rooms. Is that right? Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yes, correct. Yeah.
They grew on me, man. They grew on me. At first, I didn't like them. I thought it was too much, but the more I saw pics and unfiltered pics, I kind of like them, man. I kind of like. I'm looking for decent prices on them, to be honest. Yeah.
Cool. What about everyone else?
Yeah.
JP.
Yeah. After seeing like more and more pictures and more reviews, yeah, the quality sounds like they're amazing with like suede, full suede upper. I was like originally I was like, oh, I don't like these fake carmines. But yeah, they're really growing on me. So if I can cop for like between 400 and 500, that's probably like the limit I'd pay on them is like 500 shipped max. So, but yeah, I really would like a pair. Yeah.
That's a reasonable price, JP. Yeah. I agree.
Cool. What about you, Darren?
I do really like them. But yeah, I'm not one to pay silly amounts for them. I think for a good price, I'd try and get them. But yeah, it sounds like going by how difficult they were to cop in the first place, I don't think that's going to be the case.
So I have already secured.
I like
my
them.
pair.
Yeah,
Sorry,
believe it or not, I like
have
them.
already-
And I don't know if I want to pay for them though, because I think I have this list of priorities of I want to cop.
Yeah.
And I mean, I can say that that's in the list, but that's not high in my list.
Yeah.
But I do like them.
Yeah.
I really like how it looks.
Yeah.
But
No, like
then,
I was saying,
again, I didn't
have,
even try last night.
I have secured my pair, and I got them for that sort of that mid 5. So I
Yeah,
was quite
that's a
happy
good
with that.
deal.
Yeah.
I think it's just gonna go up after the reviews
Yeah,
and after
100%.
people have difficulties getting them. So,
Yeah.
cool. And with that, like
Wait,
Derek,
no,
Derek, yep,
Something
yep,
real quick to the group.
yep.
Because anyway, first of all, thanks guys for having me, and keep doing what you're doing. You guys are doing great. I just wanted to ask you guys because I don't know when I'm gonna be back in your awesome podcast. Since the year is almost over, what is your sneaker of the year?
Very hard question. How about you? Let's start with Darren first.
Don't have to explain it. Just first thing that comes to your head.
I really like Kintsugi's.
Yeah.
The Saucony's. That's definitely up there. Just really good quality. Yeah, that's probably been a bit of a surprise as well for me. But we're hoping to land the Diodoras tomorrow morning, hopefully, and they would be right up there for me. Yeah.
Hopefully, we all win on that. Daniel, what's your current sneaker of the year so far?
Currently, my sneaker of the year is something that is very surprising, seeing that I'm a massive Jordan head. But until I get the Lost and Founds in hand, this is my current sneaker of the year.
Sneak politics.
The sneaker politics, Joe Light 3s. So
Living up to the A6 head moniker.
currently, this is my sneaker of the year.
Good choice. JP.
Too hard to choose right now. I'm gonna have to say Alley Cats still
Yeah,
at the top
good
there.
choice.
But there are a couple of close ones behind it. I really like the whole of the Kith New Balance pack. So, but I'm gonna say Alley Cats at the moment if I had to choose one on the spot.
I'm torn between two pairs, which is the Jound 990 V3 in the matcha green colorway, and the A6 HAL Studios Gel 1130. I think that one is really good. Like you gotta see them in hand, you gotta see them in one foot. And my general rule for sneakers is, hey Derek,
Sorry, guys.
do you guys want to just quickly repeat your sneaker of the year so far? I think we were with Daniel. Daniel, just quickly show
So
your
mine-
sneaker of the year.
So I'm a massive Jordan head, but my sneaker of the year so far is the Sneaker Politics Asics Jolot 3.
Wow. Good choice, man. That is such a good choice. Super underrated.
And JP,
So that's what I chose. Alicat.
Ooh!
Or
JP, I am so close. That would be my number 2 or 3.
it's
Yeah.
close, but I've got too many pairs at the moment, which is, it might change.
and for mine, Derek, it was the 990 B3 Jound in the green colorway.
Ooh, another good one.
And the A6 House Studios Gel 1130, the brown colorway.
I'm really surprised, lads. No one chose the lost and found ones. But
We don't
I
have
haven't
them
got
in
it in
hand
hand
yet.
yet. I haven't got it in
Oh,
hand.
yeah.
That will be my that will be my sneaker of the year.
What about you, Derek? What's your sneaker of the year?
it's also an A6. It's the Up There collab. It's
Nice.
it's such a well-made shoe.
GT2.
The embroidery on the tongue canvas is such an amazing job.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, just details, craftsmanship, stuff I've never seen in a sneaker before. Tie-dye mesh. Ooh. Yeah.
Yeah. It's nice. Good choice. Cool.
Oh, thanks.
And-
Thank you for indulging
And
my
with that, like, no, we want to thank you for giving us the time. And then, I know you're a busy guy. I know it's hard to get a hold of you, even on
Yeah,
a
no.
podcast setting
I
because of
really
your schedule.
wish to
But
join you guys more in the future.
yeah, I mean, you're always welcome. And if you want to join, just hit me up, and then we can organize. And then if you need to change the time a little bit, I'm more than happy to accommodate and ask the guys on who's available for that. So yeah, thank you for
Yeah,
gracing us
like-
with your presence and your knowledge, mate.
No, thank you guys for inviting me.
Cool.
Keep up the good work, please. We need more
And-
genuine podcasts like this in the community. Please keep doing your thing.
Thanks, man. And Darren, thank you again for coming back, man.
Nah, thanks for having me, guys. It's a pleasure. Good to spend a
it's
Friday night.
really good having you.
Yep.
Like we really value your opinion, your knowledge in the game, and yeah, it's fun having you around.
No, pleasure.
Cool. JP, you have anything to say or promote, or how you want to close it out?
I'm just going to say thank you to both of the Ds there, so the Derek and the Dan.
The big D's.
So thank you so much for coming on. Yeah, amazing show. Hopefully we can have a massive pod at the end of the year with everybody and see how we go with dropouts. But yeah, hopefully we can have a massive Christmas one. So
Cool.
Daniel.
I don't know if you can hear me, guys. I've taken my headset out because I just made everything drop out. But Sneaker Land in Melbourne next Saturday. There will be a few of us down there, so keep an eye out for the Soul Kitchen boys. We'll be getting around. I think we've got VIP tickets because, you know, we're Soul Kitchen. We're very important people. So we'll be getting there nice and early. Come up and say good day. And, get some autographs off us.
I'll see you there.
Cool. And yeah, and if you're still listening, thank you. And we hope to see you again next week. Cheers, guys.
Cheers, guys.
Thanks.